It's my feel-good breakfast show.
But it is time to get into some important issues this morning. Of course, we all know that Eskom is in the second week of its battle with planned and unplanned outages, with load shedding being blamed on two primary reasons. One, colder weather, and two, preemptive maintenance. Now, with a strong likelihood that South Africa will experience load shedding for the first time this coming winter, Eskom plans to spend the long weekend on serious overhauls. With us on the line to give us an update on the situation is Eskom spokesperson Khulu Phasiwe. Good morning, Mr. Phasiwe. Welcome to Expresso.
Yes, good morning, leigh-anne, and good morning to our viewers and listeners as well.
We just want to know from you, can you give us some insight into the planned maintenance that's going to be happening over the long weekend and what the reason is for it?
Well, our technicians have embarked on what they call a maintenance festival. Essentially what they're planning to do starting from today is that they are going to do a lot of maintenance, especially what we call unplanned maintenance. So they're basically trying to reduce the level of unplanned maintenance that we have been seeing on our power station fleet. So they want to make sure that when we go into winter proper, then we do have a lot of our sort of power stations ready so that we're able to meet the demands that we will be expecting in June.
Now, with that being said, as a result of the planned maintenance, do you think that we should foresee any load shedding over the long weekend?
You know, essentially what we are doing is we are not going to take out any new machines, meaning that we don't want to compromise the security of power supply. The ones that we're focusing on are the machines which are currently not in operation. So in other words, we want to bring them online so that we are able to stabilize the power system. So it will not have any effect on load shedding at all.
Now, I read something, I think it was last week, that Joburg City Power has plans to implement a load limiting program, which is in an effort to save Joburg citizens from load shedding. Is this something that you support, and do you think it's going to work?
We do support initiatives by municipalities and other big customers. In fact, City of Johannesburg, for example, and also City of Tshwane, they also, in addition to this measure that you just mentioned now, they also are planning to revive their existing power stations, meaning that they want to increase the output of those existing power stations so that they are less dependent on Eskom. So in other words, although they'll still continue to buy electricity from Eskom, but they are doing certain measures in an effort to make sure that the city does have its own electricity supply. And then when we go into load shedding, for example, they will be using more of their own systems so that they can reduce the level of load shedding that we may have. If, for example, we introduce, say, stage 1 of load shedding, because they have their own additional capacity, they might not even have load shedding at all because they'll be depending on their own system and also getting a few megawatts from Eskom. So these are good initiatives that we welcome, and we urge others also to explore other measures to make sure that we all of us as a country take the responsibility of minimizing the risk of load shedding.
Yeah, I do think it's something that all of us need to start taking into consideration and taking responsibility for. Thank you so much, Mr. Phasiwe, for joining us on Expresso this morning.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, wonderful. Well, that was Eskom spokesperson, Mr. Khulu Phasiwe, joining us and talking about the planned maintenance and, of course, the load shedding we all thought we could expect over the long weekend. But if you do happen to find that you've lost power over the long weekend, well, there's always a good old-fashioned braai to enjoy, and we certainly will be doing that a little bit later on in the show. Well, from rope, pipes and bamboo, all the materials that you would usually find outside your home, the crafters at the Autumn Kamers Volksgeschenke have shown us that the beauty of these materials in interior design is something that we can all make use of. Check it out.